Hello, everyone. My name is Bradley I. Kramer. I'm a physician and an attorney practicing law in Beverly Hills, California. My practice focuses generally on personal injury, medical malpractice, and business litigation type matters. And today I just wanted to talk to you for a moment about the costs associated with filing specifically a medical malpractice case. The first cost that generally is applicable in these types of cases is the acquisition of medical records. And depending on how extensive those records are, that could range anywhere from $10 to thousands of dollars. The next cost typically associated with medical malpractice cases is the expert review of those medical records. Now, because I'm a physician myself, I can evaluate most cases up front without having to farm those out to a specific expert. But there are cases that do call for a specific nuanced expert to evaluate medical records. And in those cases, there's an upfront cost that usually ranges somewhere between $1,000 and $3,000. Following that cost, the cost of filing a medical malpractice case, at least in Los Angeles County, is $435. And then once you file the complaint, you have to then serve it on each of the defendants. And that usually ranges from about $50 to $100 for each defendant to serve them. There's also jury fees that need to be immediately forwarded to the court when you file a lawsuit. That's an extra $150. The next big expenditure after that usually is going to be the depositions of the defendants in the action. So if there's one defendant, obviously one deposition. With more defendants, there's going to be additional depositions. Each one of those costs approximately $1,500. If you want to videotape that deposition, it gets more expensive. Following that, there will usually be a motion for summary judgment that gets filed by the defendants in the action. And again, you'll have to have an expert come on board, or experts to come on board to defend that action. And each expert in that for that piece of the case usually ranges from $3,000 to $5,000 a piece. Even in the most simple cases, you usually will have at least two experts that you're going to need for trial in that case. Assuming you do get past a motion for summary judgment, the next big expense then would be the trial itself. For the trial, you have to pay for court reporters, all of the court fees, all of the experts' time, and all the motion fees and associated fees that go to the court. And generally, I would say that in a garden variety medical malpractice case, the cost of trial is going to be approximately $20,000, but it can change. It can be a little bit lower, and it can be a lot more in cases that are very complex. So that's just a general quick overview of the costs associated with med mal cases. I would say that the minimum cost associated with any med mal case to get it to a point where settlement is a viable option is going to be about $15,000. In order to take a medical malpractice case all the way through trial, you're generally looking at a cost of not less than $30,000. So that's our short discussion on costs associated with medical malpractice cases. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to call me anytime. I'm at 424-INJURED. That's 424-INJURED, or 310-289-2600. Thanks very much.